Welcome back, guys. Should I say my name or not? Well, welcome back to another video, guys. My name is Andrew Moore, and today we're filming cash flow episode number 2. Well, welcome back to another video, guys. My name is Andrew Moore, and today we're filming cash flow episode number 2. Today we're filming from Ballarat, which is one of the regional cities here in Victoria. Our clients have got a budget of $350,000 to buy a positively geared investment property. This is part of building up their own portfolio. So we thought we'd come out today, look at 4 different properties for you and compare everything in their budget. We just got to the first property now. It's a townhouse. We're gonna go in and we're gonna look at a few different properties today to try and get a total view of what they can buy within Ballarat. So we're gonna pop in now and check this one out. Hopefully it lets us film. Really nice backdrop when you're looking out over your balcony, and even though we're on like a semi-main road, it's only single lane, so there's not a lot of noise. I think it's important with your tenant too. Someone's got to want to live in the rental property, so it's really crucial that you have a nice environment for them to live in. Even if it's small, the nicer you have it, the more inviting it's going to be for a potential tenant, which is obviously going to help you keep up occupancy and get more for the rent. Kitchen's all done.
Beautiful, all good. Well, I'll shoot that across here now, and I'll follow up the exact dollar amount there. I just want to tell you the wrong thing as well. So.
Anyway.
Beautiful. Thank you, Andrew.
Your name again?
Braden doing.
Nice to meet you, mate.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks, guys. See you later.
Cheers.
Bye.
First successful open, he let us actually film, which is great. A few townhouses on this block, so there will be body corporate fees, which is what I was just asking Braden about. They're a pretty neat little complex. The only thing that you, maintenance-wise, you'd be worried about here is potentially the wooden facade, but it's only a small section, so you could even probably change that if the body corporate lets you, which is always a big thing. That is open number 1 done. So right now we're heading back towards the centre city to Golden Point, which is the location of our next open house. If we don't die with my driving right now. Made it. So we're just looking at all these lovely houses, and we pulled up at the inspection like 15 minutes early, and I was driving around just taking everything in, and now I can't remember where we're actually going. I knew it was around here somewhere. Open house number 2, let's go. Get out the car, Chris. Also, if I was selling a property 2 doors up, I'd probably mow the neighbour's lawn myself. Just a thought. As I mentioned on the previous stairs, I worked out for the first time in 6 weeks today, and I climbed a bunch of stairs of 1,000 steps, and now all of a sudden I'm climbing stairs to properties, I'm walking up this giant hill, and I can't help but feel like someone's mocking me.
Going.
Good. What's the story with this one?
This one, so they bought it, would have been 18 months ago now.
Yep.
They've got a couple of properties, but they're just sort of consolidating everything to buy in Melbourne, so
Yep.
they're going the opposite way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Wife got a job down there, so.
Any potential of subdivision with the block size?
Potentially.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Depending on council.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's definitely the wrong route, so.
Okay. Cool. Thanks,
Have
mate.
one through, see what you think.
This is nice in there. I feel like you can rent this really easily. The kitchen's older, but like completely done, and it doesn't look like you need to do anything like in 5 years, I reckon. Which is always good when you don't have to spend money straight away, unless you're buying specifically to try and increase the value by renovating. You really don't want to be doing work just because it needs it. Bedrooms. I would say this is, actually I don't need to guess, it's 3.2 by 3.7. I was going to say 3.3 by 3.3, so I'm out slightly, but not a bad size room. Same deal again. Go take a look at the backyard. It's a different deal with this one. Instead of obviously the unit we're looking at purely cash flow, from this perspective you've got a nice backyard, then you've got plenty of side down the other side of the house that you could potentially do a subdivision. Get a shot of this. There is plenty of yard here. I reckon you could fit something in the back. So this is Golden Point. Quite a nice area. If Chris pans around and has a look at the cars, you can see there's a fair few people out looking as well, so it's obviously a popular one, which is what you're looking for. You want to have plenty of interest in what you're looking at buying. On to number 3. So the next one we're going to looks like it needs a lot more work online, but it's in a better suburb, or should I say a more expensive suburb. So we're going to go and have a look and see what's the trade-off of buying in potentially what would be classified as a better area. We're going to compare the rents and see, you know, how much work you're really going to have to do to this. It might be a flip option for the client. So this house right here next to me is a perfect example of some of the beautiful character homes in Ballarat, but it's not something you're going to want to buy in your investment portfolio because it's going to require a lot of work. Like if you want to buy it as a family home, fix it up, perfect. But the amount of maintenance that are just going to keep popping up with older homes like that, you really want something that's modern. It doesn't necessarily need to be brand new, but you just want something that's not going to be breaking down on you all the time. The last place that we just saw was a perfect example of, like, it had laminate bench tops. The kitchen was neat and tidy. There was no cracks anywhere. That's exactly what you want. Even though it's like probably a 10, 15-year-old kitchen, it's still perfectly serviceable, which is what we want. So a couple of key things here. We just pulled up at the next one, which is the one that I was saying is going to need a little bit more work. First thing we noticed, there's no for sale board out the front. He's got an open for inspection board out, he or she I should say, has got an open for inspection board out, but there's no actual for sale board. So that tells us a few things. It tells us either the person selling the property doesn't think the property's worth spending the money on getting a sale board. The sale board hasn't gone up yet because the real estate agent's late, or, which is probably more realistic, that essentially they just didn't want to spend the money on it because they didn't see the value in it, which means that they probably haven't spent a lot of money on the marketing, which means that you might be able to get the house a little bit cheaper than you would any other property. They haven't mown the lawn either, which indicates that it could have been on for a while.
Yeah.
So Andrew, can I ask you a question?
You can ask a question.
Does this bring you back to the glory days of your real estate career?
It does, yeah. I've had some listings like this in my time. Also, this reminds me of the property that I bought in Geelong that had, it was a 2-bedroom unit. It had, I think there was 4 children living in there when I bought it, and there was toys absolutely everywhere, which put a lot of people off. But when you actually settle on the property, that sort of stuff's not there. Unless it is your tenant, like it was my tenant, and then that stuff's still gonna be there. But in this scenario, maybe that's not the case. I don't know whether the people own here or they're renting.
So it makes it quite hard to sell a property when you're dealing with stuff like that.
It can make it challenging. It can make it challenging. Stuff like that too. All of that's going to cost money.
See you later.
A couple of things to note. Old houses can be good if they're structurally sound and all you need to do is a cosmetic renovation, so maybe you're fixing a kitchen, a bathroom, something like that. What we noticed back there was there is a lot of cracks in the brickwork. It looks like there's maybe been some water damage against that, all the grout's gone, so you don't want to be fixing that type of stuff when you're trying to do a renovation. You just want to fix the stuff that is actually going to increase the rents, which is everything cosmetic. What are you up to?
I'm at a hardcore auction. I bumped into Jared.
Oh, you bumped into Jared Robinson?
Yeah.
Shout out to Jared Robinson. You're being filmed for the vlog, by the way.
Oh, right?
Yeah. Yeah, me and Chris are in Ballarat right now.
Ah, right.
Yeah?
We'll actually make the vlog, surely not.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll make the vlog. VIP. I'll edit it all up. I'll put your, you know what I should do? I should take your real estate agent photo and I should put it up in lights over this video so everyone can see the beautiful young man that I'm talking to.
Yeah, don't do that.
It's already done. Alright, we got more opens to go to. Can I call you on the way back?
Yeah, no stress.
Awesome. See ya. So this is our fourth and final property. This is the cheapest property that we've looked at $289,000 to $299,000. So they're basically telling us exactly what they'll take because that's only a $10,000 range. Very, very tight. Now, this is a 2-bed, 2-bath townhouse. As I said, last one we're looking at. Let's go take a look. Some nice old character weatherboards here too. Nice street, it's also important. Also, shout out to Jealous Craig. This one is the same company that I used to work for. I think the agent went around the back to look at the garage with another buyer. Bedroom 1, ensuite. Bedroom 2, also with an ensuite. Nice little living space. And a nice modern kitchen too. You wouldn't really have to do anything for this. You could potentially have 2 tenants sharing, or it's easier to find tenants because they've both got a bathroom each. Be interesting to see if this is on a body corporate. Because if it's got the shared wall, but if it's not on a body corporate, then you're not paying those fees too, so the rental return could be even better. See, Chris, that's the VIP treatment you get when you used to work at Jealous Craig. I only had to give him my number and I already came up. It means absolutely nothing, I know, but it strokes the ego, which is important. So this is the car spot for the unit too. So you've got this nice little alleyway, which is just, if you want to pan around, Chris, this is the building, the townhouse. So the person's only walking 10 meters. It's not too far at all. And there's a lot of other townhouses here which are looking at your car, so it's going to be nice and safe too, even though you're not directly looking at it.
Rent, it's rented for $290.
Yep. Fixed term lease or?
It is. I have a feeling it's up middle of the year. It doesn't say on the notes, but I have a feeling it's up.
Is it in a body corporate?
It is in a body corporate, which is about $900 a week. We're still waiting on the Section 32, but that's what we're sort of told.
Yep.
And
$900 a year.
Yeah.
And is that with all the other townhouses down the laneway as well?
Yeah.
They're all in one.
Yeah.
Awesome. It does. Have a good one. Nice to meet you.
Thanks, mate. See you later. Take care.
Disappointing about the body corporate. $900 per quarter when your rent's $290 a week. It's going to eat into it quite a bit.
Did you say a year? 900 a year?
Did you say 900 a year?
Pretty sure he did. Pretty sure if we were to go back on the camera, it would say 900 a year.
Let's wind it back right now. Let's film 2 responses right now. Either I was right, which I'm now doubting, or you were right.
You owe me lunch.
If I was right, I told you so. And if you were right,
You owe me lunch.
I'm going to put it in now and formally apologise. I'm not buying you lunch. It's $900 a year. Yeah. I, Andrew Moore, would like to formally apologise to Christopher Kevin Gleisner behind the camera for getting the body corporate fees incorrect and not listening to Sir Daryl Quick. I think it was Daryl. Was it Daryl? Check his business card. It was Daryl.
I put the ice on the hand, I put some ice on the arm. See me shining in the light, know you found me in the dark. Talking how you wanna leave, girl you made this far. Taking trips overseas, no I won't.
I bought him lunch. Can't believe I bought you lunch. Well, that's it for this episode, guys. If you enjoyed it, make sure to subscribe as always, and we'll see you on the next one. Wait a minute. Wait.
On her, cause she all mine. That's me. Spend it on a challenge, cause she all mine. There for my first cake, then we hit on a cake. $500,000 on the way, then $1 million on the way. Eating good for a place, eating good.